Oh my gosh. I'm so annoyed at myself and how I don't listen to the nudges to do the things that I know I want to do sooner. And how I, like, okay, I have wasted too much time this morning. I am plugging my microphone in, and I'm just going to talk, and I'm just going to make something of this time that I have and not get sucked down into the holes of wanting to numb with distraction and maybe even just wanting to rest but not feeling like I can allow myself that. So I don't get the rest I need and I just waste time anyway. Like, ah. And a thing that I have been feeling really strongly about and have been like, oh, I want to make a short about this because it's such a good small little message is something I'm feeling in a heavier way now. And this is it. When you truly believe that you're doing your best, when you're not doing your best, when you feel the pull, the little nudge, the little you can do better, it feels gentle. But it only feels gentle for a certain amount of time, and then it's like, what are you doing? Your best is not this. Do something else. But numbing and distraction are so effective in withholding that voice. And to not remember to ask inwardly, is this my best? How can my best reflect my values better? But the thing that I actually wanted to say about that is, even when the voice is intense, the nudge to do better is intense, it's still with love. It's still not a condemning nature. I mean, we add plenty of that ourselves, but the true deep inside part of us that is love, is bigger, is better. It's not bringing that message of let's make that best that you're able to give better with any condemnation. And that feels good. So the tap feels good. Even when the tap becomes the 2x4, it still doesn't feel bad. It still feels like this is possible. It is possible for you to do this thing that feels impossible. Just start. Just have faith. Just trust that as you go, you will get the insight that you need to keep going. But it's not easy, of course, when you're not well. I've got a stinking rotten cold again, and it just feels like it's never ending. But that's life with small children too, so what can you do? Let me consult my notes of what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, drop my book. My beautiful book! This is a sticker from my artist friend Chris. This is a capybara from my friend Alicia in Australia. This is a flower from I don't even know. You can be anything! Okay. I'm a little bit giddy. I've got that energy of I haven't talked to anybody in a while. Here I go. Blah, 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 blah. Is that relatable to anyone? I also want to do a flip through of this book because it is so beautiful. It's beautiful. I love my book. I love my artsy fartsiness. I mean, come on. It's perfect. I was consulting my notes. That's what I was doing. Ooh, this is a good phrase I wrote down. The best now isn't the best you're stuck with forever or 5 minutes from now. Like, I already feel a lot better about how I've spent the last 4 minutes here recording than I have the last few hours. And the important thing is to not be beating ourselves up. Like, okay, that is the best that I was doing a few hours ago, was just willing myself to do something useful. And yeah, still being disappointed in myself that I'm disappointed in myself. Like, come on, Kate, you know this. You know you're supposed to believe in yourself. You know you're supposed to be further along now than you are right now. Like, you know so much stuff. Why don't you just flippin' rotten stinkin' do it? I don't know. I'm also immature, okay? Get off my back, me. I also wanted to talk a bit about Shauna the Mom, that amazing actor. And she does these awesome skits. They're so beyond skits, you know. They're full-fledged theater. Fully developed characters. She plays all the characters with different wigs and stuff, but it is so well done. And I knew her, like, we were Facebook acquaintances in a mom YouTube group. And I remember her talking about how she wanted to do these sketches, and I was like, cool. I have no connection to that because that people weren't doing sketches then. And then I lost track of her for a while. And now all of her videos are regularly getting hundreds of thousands of views, and people are so invested in her story because she's such a masterful storyteller. And it brought up so many feelings, the current storyline that she's in, where the main character is pregnant and is so scared that she's going to lose herself. Because she was on a journey to rediscover herself and taking art classes and being a person. She'd been Shauna the Mom for so long, and she was ready to find out what she liked and who she was. And the comment section in those videos is just incredible. How real people are about their fears and how it resonates with them and how they're crying and how it's helping them open up and have conversations with their significant others. And it's like, holy crap, storytellers are healers. I have so many notes about things that I've wanted to talk about for a little while now. I don't know why I'm finally sitting now talking about it, but it's like, okay, it was that nudge that became a 2x4 that was like, just make a video already, Kate, just do something. Stop being disappointed at how you don't believe in yourself more and just make content. Just do it. I wrote down about that I've been afraid of taking up space and afraid of rejection. And I guess that even can count for internet space. Because every single thing that you put of yourself out there is an invitation to rejection, but it's also an invitation to expression. It's also an invitation for connection. And it goes deep when we notice these things about ourselves that are like, oh, that's a thing about me. That's a truth about me. That is a hurdle I must do the jumping over of. It's powerful. It's like you name it. It's like how some people really don't like labels. They're like, I don't want my kid to get diagnosed because labels are just limiters or whatever. That's a valid perception. I'm not saying people's perception is wrong, but labels, definitions give understanding and clarity, and it gives the possibility for tools and hope for things to get better. Not saying that things are going to get better as in they will automatically fit into the box that you've laid out or society has laid out, but you'll understand motives and better communication and better ways to adjust expectations. That's the getting better that I'm referring to. And it's so easy within our weaknesses to label them as bad and demonize and moral failings, but it's not. When we have legitimate mental health struggles or fitting into the box struggles, our brains working differently, time blindness, etc. struggles, it's not a moral failing, it's just a reality. I probably need to give myself some more openness to the possibility that I am neurodiverse as well, and maybe do some more research into what that would mean for me and how I can show myself more love and let my true self out more. Any places that I may have been masking without even realizing it, feeling stifled and closed up and too much. I mean, I've regularly felt too much for this world. Currently licking the spot on my lip where I bit down really hard when I was eating my cereal, and I was like, "Ow, why?" And there's no one to be mad at, but, you know, the reality of the situation sucks. Where was I? Ooh. Old notes from YouTube inner searching. Yes. I've recently been looking at my old junk journals. Like, it's almost like a tarot deck of my books. Like, which book am I reaching for? I have no idea what's inside. Ooh, I'll go with that one. And we'll open this page up and see where it takes me. See what my eye falls on. See what I meant to peruse. Oh yeah, this was an interesting thing. So this is back when I was a big old stan of Eric Wen, and he was doing lots of YouTube content, like helping YouTubers, and he's since moved on to MBTA, ENFP, INST, whatever, the Myers-Briggs, that's what it is, right? He's like, he does that for famous people and stuff. So I kind of just stopped caring about the content because it wasn't for me anymore. But this was from like 2020, and it was talking about why you have a YouTube channel, like what are you in it for? Mission, values, stakes. Why do I need to fight this dragon? The stakes. I need my life to be worth more than the tables I wipe. I need to struggle through telling the stories and growing in that to build a legacy. I feel compelled to reach out to lonely people who feel like no one cares. That was a thing that spilled out onto the paper of me figuring out, why do I have a YouTube channel? And this was back when I was working at Mel's. So I thought that was a really powerful phrase there, because that was my main thing, was wiping tables and running around delivering hamburgers. It's like, I need my life to be worth more than the tables I wipe. And like, I know I'm not supposed to look at the numbers, and I don't try to look at them too much. But like, it was a pretty big bummer that less than 20 people saw my last video, which was a poem that I shared, and it was with cool footage of walking my friend's dog, and it was in the beach, and it was just really calm, peaceful vibes, and I was like, and like some of my podcasts get that few views too, and it's like, what? Why though? Come on. I've been trying so hard to believe that my people are out there. And it's just discouraging. But I've got to take the nudge to keep going. Not on just raw willpower, but on an inner nudge, on a come on, let's do this. To be assigned to keep going, you know? Like, there's a deeper part inside of me that sees the value in it. I gotta say that time that a person accused me of being a bad parent and reported me to the Swedish government for that because of these videos, it really did hurt, and it really did break something in my spirit. And I did get off of the kind of consistency wagon of uploading when my baby was sick with this horrible thing. I can't remember what it's called. Mentalago. I don't know. He had sores all over his little body. It was a while ago, but the memory of it is as hellish as it was when it was happening. Like, he was in so much pain, and he still has, like, these discolored spots on his legs from it. And it was a time of survival, really, of putting lotion on him, putting the special cream on him, giving him as many baths as possible so that his skin could relax in it. Like, him just crying and crying all through the putting the cream on the wounds. I never heard of this sickness, but man, is it evil. But back to the I don't want to lose myself thing. Nope, that's my lunch. I have been aware from when I was a kid, like watching TV shows, hearing people talk on those themes, that was a real thing that happened to people, and I was determined that I was not going to lose myself. Like, even before having my own kids, I'm like, I am going to continue to do my own things. I'm not going to make my entire identity about them. I'm going to do my best, but I'm going to be a person that has a hobbies and passions and thoughts outside of their needs. But when it's all encompassing and so overwhelming, just constant stuff to do, it's very easy to just slip over the other side and just become a cleaner, become a dishwasher, become a fixture around the house. And also I'm in Sweden. My kids are Swedish. My husband is Swedish. I do speak Swedish, but it's really easy to tune it out, and I don't get every word, and mumbling, and kids really, sometimes kids have a cadence of speaking that is really fumbled and really hard and confusing to follow. Like, I feel really left out a lot of the time. And I'm like, can we please just speak English when we're having dinner? So I've been alone all day while they're at school and blah, blah, blah. Then I come home and I'm alone when they're home. And they have problems and they have challenges, and I try to figure out how I can help, and I'm ignored. I don't remember which point I was working towards, but that's just a little bit of reality of how things are hard for me. You're welcome. Check in on your expat friends. We're not all okay. I'm really, really thankful for the people in my life that I can speak English with, that I can get out of the house and see. And I just feel like it keeps happening that I think maybe I'm actually going to get an in real life friend, consistent friend thing going on. And then it just doesn't. The rug is pulled out from under me and I'm on my back like, oh. And the universe that's supposed to be all loving and kind is like, heh heh. But I've been doing this thing called rainbow magic with my friend Aubin every Saturday for quite a while now. I don't know what rainbow magic is. He doesn't even know what it is. It's just it's a healing modality that the universe gave him, and it's like where we store pain in our bodies with these feelings. So it's like that feeling, where in your body do you feel it? Visualize it. Like what color is it? And he's the rainbow magician, and he like helps like give things to think through, to imagine how you can release that out of your body by feeling it. And we're doing a podcast, and we've only done one episode so far, but the ball is rolling to get further in it, where it's called Feel Your Shift. So you gotta feel your shish before you can feel your shift. And I'm looking forward to that. We're going to be diving into the chakra system, which I'm fascinated to hear more of his perspective about, because I've only learned a little bit on my own. So I have a lot of questions. So it's like me with a lot of questions, still fairly new to the concepts, and him as somebody who has gone very deep into it for a very long time now. Yeah. It's been a lot of deep work, and I take these feelings, these exact feelings, and I take them and work through them with him. And it's like, okay, when was the first time you remember feeling this? And imagining like the 7-year-old version of myself sitting across from me, and using my imagination to be like, what does she need to hear? How is she feeling? And saying some compassion key phrases, and like, I'm sorry you feel like nobody cares about you. I'm sorry you don't feel important. I'm sorry you feel all alone. And giving the compassion to that young version and to my current self, and figuring out, what do I want to have in its place? How do I alchemize those heavy feelings for the more free ones? And that's been really cool. It's like, I'm not afraid of the inner work. I've been facing it head on for so long now. And sometimes I can even use that with my kids to give them compassion and to give them perspective. So yeah, I guess I will call this video and eat my cold lunch, and thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Hugs. Nostrils of death. Haven't done that in a hot minute.